The mind is a labyrinth, dark corners, hidden fears. Psychological horror explores these spaces. It thrives on suspense, suggestion, and dread. This genre delves into the human psyche. It exposes our deepest vulnerabilities. Unlike traditional horror, it relies less on physical violence. It focuses on mental and emotional torment. The threat is often unseen, lurking in the shadows. This creates a constant state of unease, a fear of the unknown. Psychological horror stories are often grounded in reality. They explore themes of isolation, gaslighting, and mental illness. This realism makes the horror hit closer to home. It makes us question our own sanity. The genre's power lies in its ability to unsettle. It lingers in the mind long after the story ends. The fear is internalized, becoming a part of us. Psychological horror distinguishes itself from other horror subgenres. It moves away from jump scares and gore. It favors a slow, creeping dread. It's about atmosphere, mood, and psychological manipulation. Think of it as a virus. It slowly infects the mind. It distorts perceptions of reality. Characters question their sanity. They doubt their senses. The line between what is real and unreal blurs. This uncertainty is key. It creates a constant state of tension. The audience is kept guessing. Is something truly wrong, or is it all in the character's head? This doubt is more terrifying than any monster. The horror comes from within. It's the fear of our own minds betraying us. This internal struggle is what makes psychological horror so effective. Classic literature and cinema are replete with examples. These stories illustrate the power of psychological horror. They showcase its ability to terrify and disturb. Take, for instance, Henry James's The Turn of the Screw. The novella masterfully employs unreliable narration. It leaves the reader questioning the governess's sanity. Is she haunted by ghosts, or are they figments of her imagination? Then there's Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. The film's unsettling atmosphere, coupled with Jack Torrance's descent into madness, is a masterclass in psychological horror. The Overlook Hotel becomes a character itself, preying on Jack's vulnerabilities. These stories and countless others demonstrate the genre's impact. They tap into primal fears. They expose the fragility of the human mind. They remind us that sometimes the greatest monsters are the ones we create ourselves. The impact of psychological horror extends beyond entertainment. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. It makes us question our own perceptions and sanity. These stories often leave us with a lingering sense of unease. We may start to doubt our own senses. We may see shadows lurking in the corners of our eyes. The fear, once confined to the page or screen, bleeds into our reality. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Psychological horror can be cathartic. It allows us to confront our fears in a safe environment. It reminds us that we are not alone in our anxieties. The genre also encourages introspection. It forces us to confront the darkness within ourselves. It reminds us that the human mind is a complex and often terrifying place, and sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create in our own minds.